Hi, my name is John Stevenson. Some people may know me from Twitter. I have the handle @Stevio1967. I write a blog, I write a book, I talk at some conferences. The whole idea of this session this afternoon is Richard invited me along to come and talk about the testing pyramid that we've discussed previously. This is a model that I came up with and that I've used, that I presented partly at the peer conference in Nottingham. So what I started with is I wanted to get rid of the pyramid full stop, because I think it constrains your thinking and your thoughts. If you have this pyramid, you think, oh, I have to do all this down here. If I've got too many UI automation checks in place, then I've got too many. I need to simplify it. And I wanted to break that down. I wanted to simplify this. This model I've used with stakeholders, and it seems to work quite well. It's been adapted since I originally posted it, and we've moved on. So what we have, instead of having a pyramid where we have different sizes of unit tests, system and the API layer tests, and the user interface, they're all the same. And they overlap a bit. That's the key, they do overlap. Because there'll be areas where there's grey areas where you would think, is this a system test? Is this a UI test? Is this a unit test? It may be in that middle ground. So we can go across the whole lot. And the whole idea of this model is that as you move up the layers, your focus will normally be on doing more testing, trying to find out the unknown unknowns, because there's more than likely to be more unknown unknowns at the top than there will be at the bottom. And I've called this a test execution model. This is when you are in test execution phase, because the artifacts that come out of that will be the checking. And as you are starting to test it, you should be looking at where the known knowns are. As you uncover more information, you start to uncover more you know about the system and how it interacts and how it works. So what we have here is that as you go down the layers, you have more checks, or we do more checking, based on the known knowns, what we do know about. And the whole idea of this is, if you summarise this as a model in my head and taking some of the stuff from Harry Collins, it's all about trying to turn tacit into explicit. So as we get to know more about the system, as we are testing throughout, we're not just testing at this level, or that layer, we're going throughout the whole system, we're testing it as a whole, we start turning some of that into explicit knowledge. And that explicit knowledge then becomes and can become our checks. But the crucial factor here that people seem to miss is we should be turning stuff, explicit knowledge, into checks based on the value to the business. Don't just do it because you can do it because it adds value to the business. Testers are very poor in looking at business value. They like technicalities, they like uncovering things where it's nice. Like magpies, we like shiny tools. And all of this is covered by tools and skills. You have the tool sets, so we're using tool-assisted testing to support the checking. But the crucial part, the bit that we do miss sometimes, is the skills. And those skills are not just technical skills, they're personal skills, they're business skills. And Keith Klein has talked about this, about how to talk to the business about what testing is. And if you haven't seen that video, I recommend going to watch that as well. But using those skills in this model, you can go and describe to your stakeholders, yes, we're doing testing, we're not getting rid of testing as a manual effort, but we're using that to assist us in our checking. And that's this model. Nice and simple. Any feedback on it, any improvements, let me know. It's open for discussion, it's not a final model, we can change it and we can adapt it. So thank you very much.